slowly. There we go. Hey then. Hello everyone and welcome back to the Nonary Games, but more specifically, Virtue's Last Reward. Yes, in the last episode, and indeed we are back, but in the last episode we had continued on with Virtue's Last Reward, and we were slowly but surely making our way through all of the locks. So far, the endings we've got Kay, we've got Dio, we've got Temuyuji, and we have the Clover ending. However, I wonder what endings we're going to get today, and let's see what locks we will surpass today, and where the story will lead us. I can't remember where he last left off. We're going to find out. So we last left off with Charlie, because I ain't saying that name, saying, but how do we figure out who it is?
Do you have any clues?
Clues, huh? That's right! The memory card! I pulled it out of my pocket and held it out toward her.
What's this?
I told you, a memory card. It was under the bomb we found in the lab. I think whoever set the bomb dropped it.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know what's on it, though. We couldn't find any kind of memory card reader.
Oh, I guess we can't really use it then. Oh, wait a second. You know what? I think I might have seen something.
Huh?
Yes, I remember. The infirmary. I saw it when I was searching the infirmary with Dio and Quark. There was a memory card just like that one.
Then...
Yes. I think we can see what's on it. The computer there should be able to read it.
Okay, I'm intrigued. Luna exploded into the infirmary, nearly running into Alice, Clover, and Temuyuji. Quark was there as well, of course, but he was just just as we left him, asleep on bed.
What are you doing here?
I opened my mouth to retort, then thought better on it. If I really wanted people to start trusting each other, well, real change started at home. As quickly as I could, I explained the second bomb and the memory card and how we'd come to the infirmary in the hopes that we could discover the contents of the latter.
Okay.
Then stick it in already!
That's what she said. Oh, come on! The joke's there!
Go ahead.
Right. Just as Luna had said, there was a small slot under the screen, exactly the right size to fit a memory card. Within moments, the screen was filled with what appeared to be random letters. What is this?
6 rows, 22 letters each.
It looks like the odd rows use one set of letters, and the even rows use another set.
Oh, yeah.
In other words, the first 2 rows just repeat. Yeah.
Is this some kind of code or something?
It doesn't look random to me. I think there might be a pattern. I just don't know what it is.
Was there anything else on there? No, it doesn't look like it.
So all we get is this gibberish. Where are we in the flow state, actually? Oh yeah, we're coming down all here. Because we can't do you yet. We can't do you yet. And we can't do you yet. And we obviously can't do this yet because we don't have the codes yet. Hey, Alice, you haven't said anything for a while. What's up?
Does any of this look familiar to you, Clover?
What do you mean?
Have you seen something like this before? Maybe during your training?
Training?
This is...
So you do recognize it.
All right, knock it off, you two. How about you share it with the rest of the class?
Alice sighed and stretched her neck from side to side.
I believe this is an encoded message from a terrorist organization.
What?
They call themselves the Myrmidons.
The Myrmidons, they're back! Dio! Just imagine Dio just bursts through the room, just Myrmidons, I'm here.
What are the Myrmidons?
I also completely forgot to read that line. Myrmidons, for some reason I felt like I'd heard that name before.
Put simply, they're a bunch of thugs who are trying to destroy or dismantle most of human civilization.
So this thing we're looking at, you think it's theirs?
Well, they have a number of different codes, but I do think this is one of them.
Then the bomb? It was said by one of the Myrmidons, wasn't it?
Dio?
Yes.
I'm looking at you right now, Dio!
Well, I can't say for sure, of course, but it seems likely.
Damn. I have got a ton of questions for you, but let me start with this one. What the heck does that thing say?
I don't know.
What?
How am I supposed to decode it? I don't have the key. Without a key, it would take literally hundreds of years to decode.
What about you, Clover?
Well, if Alice doesn't know how, I sure don't.
See.
Not much we can do then. You can come back to that code stuff later. I got another question. Alice, Clover, who the hell are you? Why do you know about this code?
That's...
You told me your job was to eliminate enemies of the state, or something like that. Just what the hell kind of a job is that? I think it's time you told us what you do.
Sorry, but I can't.
Why not?
Because you might be one of them. You might be the person who set the bomb.
That's idiotic! Of course I'm not.
Really? And where's your proof? For all I know, you're my enemy. I can't tell you anything.
I'm not your enemy. I'm your ally! I'm your friend! I just want all of us to get out of here! Just please tell us! Please! We need to find out who did this so we can all escape. We have too little information. We need your help. Fine. You won't tell us about yourself, and just tell us about the Myrmidons. What else do you know about them?
I'm sorry.
Before I could blink, she'd leapt up and run out of the room. Hey! Wait! Alice! I took off after her.
How long are you going to keep following me?
Until you tell me what you know.
Then why don't you just ask Clover?
Clover?
You already know she works with me.
Oh, yeah.
Then why don't you...
I wanted to hear it from you.
Why?
It's a good question. One of the crew quarters? Or this garden? We got paired up for 2 separate rounds. That means I spent more time with you than anybody else here. Maybe that's it. I guess I'm just curious about you.
What are you talking about?
She spun around to hide it, but I caught a blush of red on her cheeks. They walked down the path to where it ended next to the pond. I stayed silent. I sat down on the bench. We gazed at the smooth surface of the pond for several long minutes before she began to speak.
You don't hate me?
What? Why?
I tried to kill you.
You mean in the AB game?
Yes. I was so scared. Who wouldn't be? Kidnapped and locked up, forced to play some sort of bizarre game, and then we found that bomb. I know I probably sounded calm, but as soon as we found that thing, all I wanted to do was run away from it as fast as I could. Things just went downhill from there.
What do you mean?
I remember hearing that Quark had collapsed and running to the infirmary with everyone else. When I got there, I realized I couldn't understand what anyone was saying, and everything looked... I don't know how to describe it. It was like watching a video on fast forward, only it was real. Then I started to feel like... It's hard to explain. I guess you could say I didn't feel like I was myself, and it only got worse.
It was probably the Radical Six.
Yes, I think so. I don't remember much after that. But when I woke up in the infirmary, suddenly all that fear was back. So all I could think about was getting out of this place as fast as I could. It never even crossed my mind that it could kill you. God help me, even if it had, I don't think I would have cared. See? I'm horrible. You hate me, don't you? Just do it!
What? Do
Kill
what?
me! Get it over with!
The hell, Alice? I'm not gonna kill you. I don't even hate you.
You're lying! I could have killed you. I would have killed you.
Come on, calm down. No one's killing anyone. A single tear rolled down Alice's cheek. Then another, bringing shining lines across her face. When I reached out, I saw her tense just slightly. Slowly, I brushed my thumb across her cheek and off, taking her tears with it.
Why are you doing this? You know, you kind of remind me of my father.
That's who you're after, right? People who killed your dad?
Yes.
Do they have anything to do with the Myrmidons?
Will you promise not to tell Clover that I cried?
Come on.
If you keep your mouth shut, I'll tell you what you want to know. About myself. And about the Myrmidons. Deal?
Sure. My lips are sealed.
Really?
What, crying? I don't remember crying.
Good. All right then.
Alice took a deep breath and began. My father is Egyptian, but my mother is French. They met while my mother was in Egypt on vacation and married shortly thereafter. When I was 3, we all moved to the US. My father was a scientist and his field was cloning. He was educated by an American lab, which was why he moved. Both of my parents had used English around me from the time I was born, so I didn't have any problems adapting to life in the United States. By my 9th birthday, we had been there for 6 years. That was when it happened. In the middle of the day, my mother showed up at school. Her eyes were red and puffy, but she didn't say anything to me on the drive home. When we arrived, there were several policemen there to meet us. My father had always been a very punctual man. When dinner time came and went with no sign of him, even I began to realize something terrible had happened. It wasn't until several years later that I finally learned the truth. My father's lab had been attacked by terrorists, and he had been kidnapped. For the rest of my childhood, my mother raised me by herself. I didn't realize it then, but it must have been incredibly difficult for her. As a single mother alone in a country where any relatives were transatlantic flight away. She did her best not to let me see it, but every so often, when she thought she was alone, the mask would fall away, and in every line on her face you could see exhaustion and loneliness. As much as I missed my father, it was those moments that made me wish more than anything that he'd never been taken. Fortunately, I was an excellent student and did especially well in math. I earned a full-ride scholarship straight out of high school and spent the next several years studying. After graduation, I took a job with the Department of Defense, hoping that they might have resources to help me look for my father. I was immediately assigned to the Special Office of Internal Security, or SOIS. Or Swiss. Swiss? I don't know. Their purpose is to investigate and sometimes deal with terrorist organizations and other serious threats to the state. I could tell my mother wasn't happy about my decision, but she chose to remain silent about it. Eventually I learned that the terrorist organization that had taken my father was none other than the Myrmidons. Although at the time that name didn't mean anything to me, and they were suspected of human cloning. Specifically, it was thought that they had been using cloning techniques to copy their most useful members and expand their ranks. The Myrmidons apparently believed that they could use cloning to create a new race of humans. Now, at last, I knew the reason for my father's abduction. The commander of the Myrmidons is a man named Left. We know his name and his gender, but not his appearance or his age. Myrmidons are closely associated with a cult known as Free the Soul. They believe that Free the Soul provides their funding. Trying to pin any kind of misdeeds on the cult's leader, a man named Brother, is like trying to nail Jello to a wall. Brother is supposed to be fairly advanced in years, and rumors say he's so old he can't even get out of bed. Unfortunately, his mind seems to be sharp as ever. At that point, I hit a wall. I knew the Myrmidons had been behind my father's kidnapping, but that was all I could learn about them. And one day I got a tip that some of them were hiding in a building in the Nevada desert. I headed out immediately. On the way there, my car had some engine trouble and stalled out. I was trying to decide what to do, and his SUV appeared out of nowhere. I'll give you one guess who was behind the steering wheel. Clover. This was the first time we met. There were other people in the car with her, and when I asked them what they were doing, I got what was just about the last answer I'd expected. They told me they'd been locked up inside of the very building I'd been on my way to investigate, and they were currently in pursuit of the people who had kidnapped them in the first place. My priorities shifted very quickly. After a short discussion, I convinced them to allow me to come along. My hope was to find the people they were chasing, who I was certain were Myrmidons. In the end, however, we were unable to track them down. In fact, I still don't know where they might have gone. Eventually, I took Clover and her companions to SOIS headquarters. SOIS headquarters. We decided that involving the police would only complicate things. After some questioning, it was determined that the people who had instigated this particular event were not connected to the Myrmidons. We did, however, discover the mysterious disappearance and subsequent reappearance of several children 9 years prior was connected to Free the Soul. There was also a sixth person in the SUV, although they weren't riding in it per se. A middle-aged man, who I'll just call H for now, had been bound and placed in the trunk. According to the other four, he had been behind the disappearance of the children 9 years earlier. We also learned that his pharmaceutical company, a major player on the world stage, was effectively controlled by Free the Soul. More specifically, I suppose, H was a member of the Free Soul and very committed to that cause. So why had he kidnapped all those children? Apparently it had been part of an experiment designed to test the ability of a certain people to access what's called the morphogenetic field. And we're back! Goddamn 999 overlap. We're back with the morphogenic fucking field. Fine. I'll allow it for now. I don't imagine you've ever heard of it before, so I'll try and give you a quick rundown. Oh, God. Simply put, these people can access a sort of field that allows their consciousness to resonate with the consciousnesses of certain other people. To be honest, it might be simpler to just call it telepathy. The SOIS had heard of this particular ability before and had actually used it in a number of investigations, so I wasn't surprised to learn of its existence. I was shocked, however, to learn that these experiments had been carried out by a member of Free the Soul. And if that was the case, then Brother must have known about it. The thought of him discovering a way to control and harness that power was terrifying. It wasn't too long after the incident in Nevada that another tip about the Myrmidons crossed my desk. This time, it claimed that the Myrmidons intended to launch a large-scale biological terrorist attack. My bosses decided that we needed more agents to deal with a threat of that magnitude, and Clover was recruited. Because she'd been a test subject in H's experiment, we knew she had the ability to access the morphogenetic field, and we wanted to put that ability to use. After several months of training, she was sent on her first mission. She would be tasked with the infiltration and investigation of a Myrmidon cloning lab. I was assigned to be her commanding officer. I hoped that our investigation might also give me a lead on my father's whereabouts. At last I had a chance to find out what had happened to him. I wouldn't let that chance pass me by. Perhaps that was what kept me from noticing the truth. The whole operation was a trap. The lab was fake and Clover was captured almost immediately. I got there as fast as I could, but when I arrived, the building was only an empty shell. All the conspirators who had pretended to be researchers and the like had already fled. I searched frantically for Clover until at last in the basement room I found her. She had been tied to a chair, but on the floor next to her was another body. It was my father. He looked as if he'd just been dumped there, and when I got to him his body was already cold. He was covered in dark, ugly bruises. It was until later that I learned he died from ruptured organs and internal bleeding. They had beaten him to death. As soon as Clover had been captured, Myrmidon in a mask had come to visit her. He had said that unless she wanted to end up like my father, she would leave them alone and tell her masters and the SOIS to do likewise. In retrospect, they must have known who I was and who my father was. That was why they killed him. Perhaps they thought they were sending a message to me. Well, once he was gone, he'd lose my reason for chasing them. They were very, very wrong. I took Clover with me and left. I tried to console myself with the fact that I had at least been able to save her. Sometime later, I received a call from the coroner. He told me there was something I needed to see. There in the morgue was my father, cold and pale on a steel table. I could barely stand to look at him, but the coroner insisted. On his arm were 2 rows of numbers, comprised of 8s and 9s. It took me a moment to recognize my father's handwriting. He had carved them into his own skin. It's just another message, but they were letters this time, not numbers. Not many, just enough to make a short sentence. I love you, Alice. Oh, God. I broke down crying right there in the morgue. Hang on a second. They were the first tears I'd shed since the operation had started, and there's no stopping them. There'd be no forgiveness, not for the monsters who put my father through this. They destroyed my family. I'd make them pay. Even if it meant I had to die to do it. That night I made a promise to myself. I'd avenge my father. It didn't take long to figure out the numbers he'd written were latitude and longitude. They pointed to a chemical factory that had been disguised in an abandoned building. Further investigation revealed that the mother lode that was the mother lode we'd been looking for, the headquarters of the Myrmidons. I think my father must have known how things would turn out. Knowing he was going to die, he'd written the directions to our enemy's fortress on his own body. He'd sacrificed too much for me to waste this opportunity with recklessness. This time our operation would succeed. This time I wouldn't let my excitement put Clover or any of my agents in danger. So we took our time, we gathered the information, we did our research, and we planned. Finally, we were ready. December 25th, 2028. It was going to be the day we finally set foot inside the Myrmidon stronghold. On the 22nd, only 3 days before the operation was scheduled to begin, a man in a gas mask appeared. So you inhaled that gas and woke up here in the AB room. Hang on a second, sorry. How do you spell emperor? Emperor's new clothes. I completely forgot how to spell Emperor then.
Yes.
Wait, am I not live anymore? I think I am.
Well, there it is. Everything that's happened with the Myrmidons and me. I left a few of the details out, of course, but you get the idea.
Yeah, thanks. She gave me a sad sort of smile and stood up.
We should go back.
Not yet. Your story explained a lot, but there's still one big question.
Which is?
Who here is a Myrmidon? One of us planted the bombs, and based on the code we found, it's pretty clear that person is a Myrmidon, right?
Yes.
I agree that we need to figure out who they are.
What do you propose we do?
Well, that's what I wanted to ask you about. Do you have any clues?
Clues? Well, if I could decrypt that code, it might tell us something, but...
How can we do that?
I told you. We need a key. Without that, it's pointless.
What's a key?
A key is a key. It allows you to sort of unlock a code. Myrmidons usually use this huge string of numbers as a key.
Wait, a long string of numbers? Could that be... So I'm assuming this is supposed to be a lock. It is supposed to be a lock. Interesting. Very interesting. And there's no locks on that one either. Okay. Seven 61098 83809 42419 90551.
What the hell?
He was convicted of a string of numbers. I was almost as surprised as she was. Numbers had just kind of appeared in my mind, and I was saying them before I knew what I was doing. Alice looked at me incredulously, and I stared back.
Where did... Wait, can you say that again?
78153 61098 83809 42419 90551.
That's 198,449,351 to the third power.
What?
That number you just told me. Prime factor decomposition on that number gets you 198,449,351 to the third power.
You're talking about reducing an integer to a series of prime numbers that you multiply together to get it, right? Like if you have 30, then you get 2 times 3 times 5, right?
Exactly. You probably learned that in junior high, right?
Secondary school, as we call it. So you're saying that 198,449,351 is prime. And if you multiply it by yourself 3 times, you get 7815361098838094241990551.
Yes.
Don't tell me you just did all that in your head.
I did do all of that in my head. Simple mental arithmetic.
What? No. No way. That's
I
impossible.
told you, I'm better at math than most people.
That's not better at math.
Look at you. You just
Maths.
recited a huge string of numbers. That seems pretty astounding, too.
Okay.
Where did you
Touche.
find that number anyway?
I didn't know what to say. What would I tell him? It just came to me.
Can't tell me, huh? Fine. I'm pretty sure that's the key to the code, though. I know the Myrmidons use prime factors for their keys. And there aren't a lot of 25-digit numbers that turn out to be the third power of the prime number. I think there's a very good chance that number you memorized was specifically created by someone.
Could you explain that with small words?
Well, look at the prime factors of your number. 198,449,351 to the third power. I think that's our hint for cracking the code. You still don't get it? Try to remember the code we saw in the infirmary. What did it say on the monitor?
I think the first row was CQUJHNNTEONERAXDFMIOBP.
And the second row?
BYOLWXYPXSVZEQGTKRTLED, I think. Then they just repeat.
Wow, you've got a pretty impressive memory. We could really use someone like you back at the...
Well, keep going. How do we go now?
You use 198,449,351 to point you to the right letters.
How do we do that?
Well, the first number is 1, so take the first letter. The next number is 9, so go 9 letters over from the first one. Then 8 from that one. Just keep going until you get something. Make sense?
I remember what she said in my head. Prime number Alice had given me was 198449351. So what would we get if we picked that number she expected? First letter would be C from the top left. We moving over to the right, which give you O, then 8 more to the right. Eventually we get a word. And that word was... Oh God! Oh God! Right, I'm gonna write this down actually, no. One 198449351. Right. Code sheet won't be displayed when you input your answer, so it'd be wise to solve it now. The key is that. Right. That's not what I wanted at all. Oh no! Oh no, 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 this is bad because I don't know. Because I didn't get a good picture of it. One, two, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, I need like a good... can't figure it out.
Are you serious?
Hey, get off my back. Don't know,
What?
I don't know.
Just forget it. I'll figure it out on my own.
She stalked off. Wait! I went to follow her, but...
Stay where you are. I don't have any use for another brain-dead man.
I ain't rude! My voice was unexpectedly furious and it stopped me cold. She fixed me with an icy glare and she then turned and stalked off. I stayed frozen where I was and watched her go. Game over. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. Well, that's not really good, is it? Right, decode the code.
Wait, can you... Well, look at...
Right. So starting... Right. Oh, I gotta do this slowly, this. So starting on C, then we go 9 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So O. Then we go 8 over. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. M. 4P. 1, 2, 3, 4 L. No. Completed. Bada bing, bada boom. I did it! Completed. That's it. That's the answer.
Completed? Are you sure?
I'm sure. Yeah. I did exactly what you told me to do, and the word I got was completed. Well, actually, it's completed. The code and letters repeat every 2 lines. So it just repeats.
Well, I can't remember the code like you can, but if you're certain, I believe you.
I'm definitely
All right,
certain.
then. I wonder what completed is supposed to mean, though.
What? Aside from the obvious, you mean? I'm guessing here means mission complete. So that's what the transmitter was for.
Huh? What are you talking about? What transmitter?
I barely even heard her. Suddenly my mind was full of memories that hadn't been there for a moment before. It was like a wave had washed away the sand, revealing a bed of precious gems underneath. Is this like another lock? No.
O Holy Father, Holy Brother, Holy Master, my sacred mission is at last complete. With these 2 hands, mankind is saved. I am your will made flesh. In your name, I give thanks.
Damn it! Why hadn't I realised it before? I could remember a series of numbers, but not this! At least I remembered it now. Dio was a member of the Myrmidons! Not just any member. He was their leader! Which now means you and you are now open. That means he had to be the one who planted the bombs.
Hey, are you listening to me?
No. Yeah.
Then answer my question. What the hell was that? What's this about a transmitter?
I didn't trust myself to try and explain it to her. More than likely she'd just think I was insane. Even I could barely make sense of the sudden influx of new information.
Wait. Don't tell me you're one of the Myrmidons.
If I was, do you really think I'd reveal myself like this?
Point.
Out of nowhere, Clover appeared.
Oh, there you are. I've been looking all over for you.
Really?
We're all down in the Floor B warehouse. Well, all of us but Luna and Quark.
Why?
We've still got 45 minutes until the white door's open.
I know that.
Oh, okay. Hey, wait a minute. I thought UK and Quark didn't know about the white door.
Tenmyoji told us about them. He said he'd show us where they were, so we all followed him down to the Floor B warehouse.
I'm assuming you left Quark with Luna?
Yeah, anyway, when we showed up, Phi and Kay were already there.
So?
Well, all of a sudden, Phi, Tenmyoji, and Dio all started yelling at each other.
Why?
What?
Did something happen?
According to Clover, the last AV game had been the cause of their fight. Even though Temioji only had 1 BP, Fire had chosen Betray. They started fighting since Theo had pressed Betray on behalf of his team. Eventually, he got dragged in too.
That seems odd. Fi only had 1 BP too. Her choice seems like a perfectly valid defensive move.
Ugh! Just come with me! Kay's trying to calm them down, but there's only one of him.
Okay. Come on, Alice, let's go.
Coming!
I don't trust where this is going. In any way, shape, or form. I really don't trust where this is going. All 4 of them were still there when we arrived. You're not unlocked yet? Weird. They seemed to have calmed down a bit, but the tension in the air was almost visible. I felt like I stepped into a room full of flammable gas. Even the smallest spark turned the whole place into a raging inferno. Kay, usually so calm and collected, was a standing ramrod straight with his hands balled into a fist at his side. I looked at Alice, pursed my lips, and then headed over to the angry knot of people occupying most of the room. Clover told me what's going on. This whole thing is stupid. You need to knock it off.
Stupid? What about this is stupid? We're talking about my life, you self-righteous dick.
Well, goddamn. I know. Yelling at each other isn't going to solve your problem. Best thing for us to do right now is to trust each other. Get through this. Wouldn't you agree?
Hard to trust someone who tried to kill me.
Same to you. I told you letting Dio vote was a stupid idea. What did you think he was gonna do? You might as well have pressed the button yourself.
I couldn't just leave Korg alone.
That's no excuse. And where do you get off telling me I shouldn't have picked Betray? Did you even think that through? What? I was supposed to pick Ally? If I'd done that, I'd be dead right now.
I could say the same thing to you. Damn good thing Dio didn't choose Ally.
Please, that's enough from both of you. Sigma's right. This isn't the time to be bickering with each other.
Oh, you don't get to talk. You tried to betray Clover and escape on your own.
Perhaps. But I think that's better than merely killing someone.
Well, I only did it so that she wouldn't kill Temioji.
Ah, god damn it! Enough already! I roared with the fury and my voice echoed and rebanded off the walls of the warehouse. Everyone fell silent. I didn't know how long that silence would last, so I decided to put it all on the table. There's only one way I was going to be able to take control of the situation. Guys, listen to me. We really don't have time for this. I was met with a number of glares, but I soldiered on. See, the thing is, I figured out who planted the bombs.
What? Is this what you were talking about earlier?
Sort of. Yeah. I know which one of you it is.
Well, spit it out then.
Please, explain what's going on here.
I don't think I need to. They're going to admit they got in just a few minutes.
What?
You're going to hear straight from the horse's mouth. Oh, I guess I should say Dio's mouth.
What are you on? You think I set those bombs?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Hey, if you're gonna accuse me, you better have some pretty damn good evidence, pal.
I'm not accusing you. I'm just stating a fact.
Oh yeah? Where the hell did you get that fact?
Funny as it was, I knew taunting alone wouldn't be enough to make Dio confess. He just played dumb. He was good at it, and I'd get nothing. That meant I was going to have to trick him. Well, you see, I'm actually from Free the Soul.
Free the Soul? What's that? Some kind of hippie shoe company?
Don't play dumb, Dio. Or should I call you Left? Brother ordered me to come here. keep an eye on you. It was quick, but just a moment I saw his eyes twitch. I leapt on that moment of weakness like a hungry dog on a steak. Fine. Skepticism is understandable. Admirable, even. But perhaps this will convince you. I pressed forward, pulling out every fact I could remember. I'd told you about brother's background and how his younger brother left and been murdered. He mentioned casually the Myrmidons were all clones of a single person. So, still not convinced? How about this? 781-536-109-883-809-424-1990-551. Do a little prime factor decomposition on that, and you'll get 198,449,351 to the third power. If I'm not who I say I am, how on earth could I possibly know that?
No, that's not possible.
Finally. So let's start over, shall we? I was sent here to watch over your every move. Seems our wise and noble brother doesn't trust you. He suspects betrayal.
No! You're lying!
I assure you, I'm not. But if you don't believe me, why don't you go outside and call him yourself with your transmitter?
No! No! You have to be lying! Brother trusts me! That's why he chose me for this mission! Why would he make me the leader of the Myrmidons if he...
Huh? Sorry, what was that?
Said, why would he have made me the leader of the Myrmidons if...
I grinned.
Wait. What the hell? Are you fucking kidding me?
Sorry, Dio. I've never even seen brother.
What the hell was all that? How did you know all those things?
Dunno. Maybe I was divinely inspired.
Give me that shit!
What's going on?
What are these Myrmidons?
Dio and I stared at one another, while Clover and Tamiudi quickly explained to Fi and Kay about the memory card and the number 2 bomb, about the code we'd found that was formed from a terrorist organization called Myrmidons.
So you mean to say someone from the Myrmidons planted the bombs?
Still?
And Dio pretty much just admitted to doing it?
Yep.
Bastards. I'll never forgive you.
I heard a low, furious muttering behind me and turned to see Alice, her lips pulled back into a snarl.
I am going
To kill you!
Her voice rose to a scream as she charged towards Dio. He ducked out of the way smoothly and pulled something out of his pocket.
Whoa there. I like my women a little feisty. But you're taking it a little too far, sweetheart. Tone it down.
What?
You see this? You know what it is, don't you?
Oh my god. Is that the detonator?
Exactly. And I assume you know what happens if I press this button?
Yes. I think I do. I'm guessing it'll set off both of the bombs.
Well, I wouldn't say both.
You mean there's still a number 1 bomb we haven't found?
Correct. And there's one more, too.
No. There are 4 bombs?
Exactly. I planted 4 bombs. They're the ones numbered 1, 2, and 3, but there's also one more. Bomb number 0. Add all that up, and you're looking at about 4 tons of explosive power. Those go off, and it's all over. That's enough oomph to turn this whole place into a smoking crater.
Aren't you forgetting something?
That'd kill you too.
So, I'm ready for that. I've got spares.
Spares? Is that what Sigma was talking about?
Yeah, clones.
We heard Alice whisper something to Clover.
Let's go, Clover. Show him all that training wasn't for nothing.
Huh? Oh, yeah. Right.
Before I had a chance to ask them what was going on, they moved.
Die, you bastard! Yeah!
She roared and leapt towards Dio, Clover following just behind. Alice threw a punch at Dio's face as he dodged. Clover spun out from behind her. Dio grunted and turned to focus on Alice, but Clover darted and snatched the detonator from his hand.
Clover, get him! Right!
Sigma, catch!
Huh? before I could respond, Clover had thrown the detonator at me. I scrambled to grab it out of the air and held it in my chest.
Damn it! Stop! Let me go! Still let go of me, you asshole!
Yelling didn't do him any good, and Dio found himself abducted by the skillful teamwork of Alice and Clover. Strangely though, once they had a hold of him, he stopped struggling. I was reminded of a gazelle with its neck in the mouth of a lion. Had he surrendered? Did he have some trick up his sleeve? It didn't feel right. I didn't have to wait long for my misgivings to prove true. The detonator in my hand suddenly began to flash.
Ha!
Ooh, what?
Serves you right.
What are you laughing at?
You! Her! All of you! God, you're stupid.
What? Why?
See that detonator you threw to Sigma? You activated it. If it gets more than a meter away from me, it sets itself off. We figured someone might try to take it away, so we put in a little safeguard. Since you two were kind enough to take it away from me, the bombs have gone from remote control to countdown timer. Go ahead and destroy the detonator if you want. Won't make any difference now. The bombs are gonna go off no matter what.
How long do we have?
About 30 minutes.
30 minutes.
Oh no.
My condolences.
What can we do to stop them?
I told you that already.
First, we need the device that allows us to input information. Then we plug it into each bomb and enter the codes.
Hey Alice, who the hell are you? How do you know all this?
None of your damn business. Just tell me where the input device is.
Well, that's none of your damn business. Fuck! Stop! You're gonna break it!
Of course. That's the plan.
Please, stop!
Just tell me what I want to know.
Okay, I'll tell you. It's in my coat. The right-hand pocket.
Clover, check it out. Right.
Left. God, this is intense, man. I am so invested right now. Like, I am in a zone. I am invested. I mean, goddamn Dio, but I am invested. Oh, she nodded his like digging through his pockets. After a few minutes,
It's no use. There's nothing here.
Did you lie to me?
No, I swear, keep looking.
Oh, wait. There is something in here.
Clover pulled her hand from his pocket and held it out. Is that a pill? Like for medicine?
Hey, what is this?
Huh? I can't see it. Bring it over here.
Clover frowned and moved closer to Dio, holding the pill, but toward him. Suddenly he moved, his right hand snaking out to grab the pill from Clover's hand. Before anyone could react, he shoved it into his mouth. A tiny crack as he bit down on it. Almost immediately he grimaced in pain.
Shit!
What? What was that?
Cyanide pill or something.
Poison, I guess.
Yeah.
What?
Damn! How could I be so stupid?
His eyes rolled up into his head and flecks of spittle began to trickle out from the corner of his mouth. I grabbed him by the hair and shook. The hell are you doing? Where's the input device?
Lost it. In my couch. Back home.
Don't screw with me!
Fine. Don't tell us. How about you give us the deactivation codes instead?
Deactivation. You guys are persistent. Fine. Not gonna do you much good anyway. I'll tell you. But you only get one. This is the deactivation code for Bomb 3. Ready? LXQ LHC NMR.
What about the other three? Tell us the other three! You didn't even seem to hear me.
My body will be a part of the foundation
A bright future.
His voice was weak and more foam was dribbling out of his mouth.
Such a beautiful world. May brother live in everlasting glory.
Those were the last words Dio spoke. He died with a strange, happy smile.
He only gave us the password for one of the bombs. This is bad. What are we gonna do?
I don't know.
How much time have we got?
25 minutes.
Are you sure?
Yes. When he told us the time, I checked my bracelet. It said exactly 30 minutes.
You mean the bombs are gonna go off the same time the next set of doors opens?
Yes. The time on your bracelet is the time we have left.
Oh, so 25 minutes.
This isn't good. I was hoping that we might be able to escape through the white doors, but...
It takes 5 minutes for the primary door to open and close, so...
Yes, I know. There's no way we can get through them before the explosion happens.
Well, there's no point just standing around. We should start looking. We need 3 things. The password input device.
And the remaining 2 bombs, right?
We also need passwords for all the bombs other than number 3.
Exactly.
Maybe Dio has a note or something.
Hold on. Let me check.
She knelt down and quickly checked his pockets and sleeves and sat back on her heels, frustrated.
Damn, he's clean.
She looked pale.
Then we'll just have to hope we find it somewhere. Tenmyoji, can you go tell Luna what's happened?
Right. I'm on it.
Good. The rest of you, let's move out. We can do this. Let's go.
We all took off on a run, heading to different parts of the building. But all of our searching turned up nothing. And as we searched, the clock kept ticking. And last, the chromatic doors opened.
Chromatic 5 minutes.
Our time had run out. We watched the white doors open. Were they doors to heaven? Or to hell? The thought barely had time to flutter through my mind before everything went white. I didn't even have time to say goodbye. 1,000 emotions flooded my brain in those last moments. Why, how had we ended up this way? Then a blistering wave of heat, like the surface of the sun itself, wiped out any lingering thoughts. My consciousness slipped away into a bottomless pool of darkness. Neither heaven nor hell, only the void. Whose ending? Alice's ending! Best served cold. Interesting. So that now, in theory, should mean that we now have 2 open locks. In theory. Yes, we do. But these 2 open locks we will figure out in the next episode. So we've got 2 open locks, which we'll start with this one and probably go over to this line here, unless this one expands outwards. Then we've got this line, and then all that's left is you. So we are getting close to the end, slowly but surely. But if you guys did enjoy this episode, please don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. It really does help. Click the bell icon down below to be notified when I live stream or upload a video. And I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye!